He has matured as a rounded entertainer, producer, beat maker, drummer, leader, and businessman. With the sound and presence of a musical legend, he takes you on an entertaining journey through diverse songs, spreading love with every note and every beat, and now promoting his latest project. We are welcoming Mr. Leo Carmichael to Sunrise.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, sir.
Love and blessing, Isaac and Adrian.
Adrian.
Music is how I fly.
Yes.
Music is how I fly.
That.
Music is the place where I feel most elevated. To keep it simple, it's the place where I feel like I'm being me. You know, it's that one main thing, that one thing for me that is most fulfilling, and that one thing that I'd like to be known to share and to give in every way that I can to someone.
And
so
outside
music,
of that, you have a vision for it.
Of course, man, and also for others too, you know, because I believe that this is something not just for me, but for everybody.
You are a well-rounded individual.
Have to.
You're educated at the Edna
Have
College.
to.
You went on to the university to be a businessman. You play instruments, you're an all-rounder, you're a writer, producer. I mean, tell me, where is your headspace at when it comes to music?
All right, the most important thing with music and art, especially since it's so wide and varied, and since I'm from an artistic family, is to know that one thing that you're interested in. And the most important thing that I'm interested in is reggae and dancehall, representing Jamaica for reggae and dancehall, and creating a space and a platform also for others to enjoy that fullness too, because there's nothing like Jamaica. There's nothing like, I sing Billboard Top 40s for a living. I sing on cruise ships. I was on the biggest cruise ship in the world before this whole COVID movie happened, you know, and I sing jazz, Latin, funk, the latest of the latest, from 40s coming up to the very present era. And there's nothing like Jamaican music. There's nothing like the energy that you get from dancehall music. And I'm Jamaican, proud, and I represent Jamaica, you know, and so I'd love to share my music humbly with Jamaicans, and hope that, you know, you'll find it. I know that you'll enjoy it and appreciate it.
So let's talk a little bit about the Love album and then transition into
Sure.
the upcoming Light album.
All right, to get a little bit open, I've lived at resorts more than at my own house. I used to live at a resort called Couples Tower Isle, where I was the resident singer. And it always fascinated me, especially because I never grew up in a nuclear setting, how couples year after year would just come to Couples Tower Isle and other couples resorts that I sing to, because I would perform at the other couples resorts as well as others. And I would ask couples year after year from 2009 coming up to this very year, why is it that you come back, or what is it that, why is it that you're still together, and why is it that you keep on coming? And over what I've learned over the years, you know, I've penned it in some of those albums, and I think it's a beautiful thing to tell a love story from a Jamaican perspective. I'm a big Dennis Brown fan, without apology, and Dennis Brown is one of the biggest love storytellers to me, you know. I love Bob Marley for social justice, but I love Dennis Brown for lovers rock and reggae music.
So when you talk about love stories, what are we talking about? Because oftentimes people tell love stories differently through song.
So once I was living on the west wing of Couples Tower Isle, and I look outside over a villa next door, and I just got imaginative, and I saw like an African wedding taking place. And then and there I began writing a song called I Do. And it's just about like an old school kind of African wedding, how it used to happen. You know, like when you watch those movies and you see them jump over the broom and them stuff there. So I have a song, when she says, I love you, I feel like dancing. I feel like skanking, it's more than a one-time romancing. I put the ring on her finger, she says, I do, over the broom jumping, you know. If only for a little time, let's make love. Yeah, I actually wrote that song at Couples Tower Isle about my ex. You know, I was once married, so, you know, I've always said, I want to write a soundtrack that people can live in love to, make love to, enjoy life to.
Right, and then that transition to calling. Tell me about calling.
Wow. So, imagine imagine in March, all of a sudden, you look outside, you go out on the cabin, and when you look out the sea becomes a parking lot. A parking lot full of ships from every major
region.
Every major region, every major cruise line, gas companies. I mean, just imagine about 40, 30 ships looking outside. I've never seen that. I thought I was seeing a Michael Bay film, right? And imagine it happening over and over. And imagine then coming home and then you're in quarantine for a while. Jamaica is on lockdown. You want to come home and then all of that happening. You eventually come home. You're still in quarantine. Businesses are locked down and you're trying to get down. And one day I was just saying, yo, I miss my lady. I would love to imagine what it would be like when all of this finished and he finally get to go out. You know, and so the melody came to me. It just came to me one day out of the blue. And that's how it is with me for songs sometimes. Something just pops up, or I just see something, we're having a conversation. I like that shirt. I said, the gold tie. Chances I'll leave here and write a song about gold tie. It's just that's how it is. Right. And so I said, long time I've been calling. Long time I've been calling. Girl, you me a pre, my darling. Curfew rise and nature calling.
And all those ships docking, you know, refer to a calling as well. Yeah. So we have New Year's Eve coming up, moments away before 2021. What are your plans for the New Year's Eve?
Well, a lot of reflecting. It's always like that for me on New Year's Eve. But also, I'll be performing a couple swept away New Year's Eve and New Year's Day couple stubber. I'll be also performing there. So yes, it's a nice way to start.
What's your advice to young artists? Because you've been busy. Yeah, you've been busy throughout the whole season. You're touring.
Music is 10% talent and 90% business. Yeah, man. Become a businessman. A lot of us were so caught up in the euphoria of being talented, but put on your business sense, learn the business of the music, and be professional. Learn how to engage people. You know, you see people here, you're well put together. You know, you deliver yourself properly. Learn to deliver yourself properly. Understand the craft that you're in. It's not just the art side. Everybody at the top owns a business in music business, so own a business. You know, Jamaica is starving for administrative and managerial in the administration and managerial areas of business. Learn that. Read about publishing. Read about artist management. Read about touring. Read about merchandising. Read about licensing. Understand these things. As a matter of fact, I'll say overstand these things. Don't be mediocre. Go extreme and be unapologetic. And represent yourself and find your place in the market and push and never stop.
Well, 2020 seemed to have been, you know, kind to you. Going forward into 2021, what's in the can?
Well, I have an upcoming album called Light. So for me, it's a trilogy. The first album is Love. This next one will be Light. The third one will be Life. You know,
and in harmony.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, keep it nice and simple. So Leo Carmichael will be releasing the Light album. I've already released 3 singles for that album. This one is calling. It feels almost like a I like to say this. I don't know if it will come back and bite me, but it feels almost like a political rally song because I wanted it to sound and feel like a revival song, something like what Miss Grange would produce. You know, I've worked with her before. You know, all of that feel where people just feel good, they want to come together because I think there's space for that now. People need to feel good and like they can come together, even if we're apart.
But we can see 2021 as a renewal and a revival.
Exactly.
Right. So how can we follow you on social media and to learn more about what you do on your music?
First of all, Leo Carmichael. I know it's a long name, but I consider it the sexiest name in reggae and dancehall. Yes, Leo Carmichael. Leo Car Music is my handle. You can use Leo Car Music, that's Leocar Music, and find me anywhere online. If you remember Leo Carmichael, all you need to do is Google me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Spotify, I'm on every major platform. Leo Carmichael, Leo Carmichael, Leo Carmichael, Leo Car Music, Leo Car Music, Leo Car Music.
Okay,
yes.
There you go. And yeah, what else can we say after that? What are we going to bust a move? Thank you very much, Mr. Carmichael.
Love and blessings.
All the best for 2021, and thanks for sharing your story with us.
Thank you for having me.
Stay with us.